Look at the beauty of Salmon River as we continue to hike along. We're here on Salmon River West, here in Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness of Mount Hood National Forest. Today is May 11th, 2022. It is spring. Because of low elevation, this has actually been accessible for a month or two, maybe even into February, depending on the snow a given year. So if you're looking for an end of winter, early spring, or mid-spring hike, this is definitely one that you could put on your list in the Mount Hood area. A lot of different ways to approach it. Technically, there's somewhere between 20 and 30 miles of hikeable trail along this National Wild and Scenic Salmon River. I'm not necessarily looking to do that today. I do think you might get diminishing returns the farther down you go. It's less developed and farther away from the river. So I've got three options today, and I'm a fan of contingency planning, so I never pre-commit myself to something. I can do what's called the short option, which is 7.5 miles. It's kind of probably the most common option, a natural turnaround point in the trail. I can do what I'm going to call the medium option, which is going a little farther to a place called Goat Creek Camp, which is a little over 9 miles. Or I can go to the Kinzel Lake Junction, which takes you up to Devil's Tooth and Devil's Peak, and that is about 11.2 miles. So 7.5, a little over 9, or 11.2. I'm inclined to do the 11.2 because I almost always like going the farther the better, but I'll let trail conditions and things I see on the trail play a big role in the decision. If I get to a area where it's all down logs, maybe I'll turn around if I'm not in an obstacle course type mood, but we'll see. So I think part of the fun of wilderness adventuring is not necessarily even having something set in your mind, more like contingency, A, B, C, etc., and let the conditions on the ground decide your plan. Gosh, I love these big old trees. This is a old growth rainforest. A lot of Douglas fir. Let me scroll over here. Give you a good shot of National Wild Scenic River, Salmon River. Oregon's famous for its Douglas firs. We're kind of the Douglas fir capital of the United States. A lot of really old growth trees. Mount Hood National Forest, and where we're at now, which is actually an offshoot of the national forest called Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness. Different laws governing this particular section. Is all very old growth, very rainforesty ecological footprint. You see from the mossy trees, heavy precipitation area. We're a little bit below Government Camp. Government Camp is kind of the base camp for Mount Hood, kind of a snowy area, but we're a few thousand feet below that, so the weather in Government Camp isn't necessarily the weather here. Let's stop and turn around. This is beautiful. We're here in the Salmon Huckleberry Wilderness area of Mount Hood, and we're looking at this beautiful National Wild and Scenic River, the beautiful Salmon River, as it roars its way through this incredible old growth rainforest. This area is